Well, good morning and hello everybody. Welcome to Community Journal. And here we are in the middle of winter, and I think winter
Yes,
is
we
finally
are.
rearing its ugly head.
Oh, it looks like it's coming right at us this weekend.
Yeah, it sure does. Finally, you know, we've been very lucky here on the Cape. We have had really no measurable snow. That may change very soon.
So get in some extra vittles and
That's true.
extra beverages to keep you warm.
And notice the new opening we have, thanks to Caleb. He did a beautiful job on that.
Yes, he did. I love it.
Yeah, it really looks nice.
Very
and,
nice job, Caleb.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. We have an interesting show for you today, and lots going on. You know, it might be the dead of winter, but we still have quite a bit going on. And we're going to start this week with a Brooks Library update. And if you've noticed, the library looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
Oh, it's finished and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
It
they did a
really
wonderful
is.
job.
Oh,
Yeah, it really came
stunning.
out beautiful. It
Yes, it
needed
did.
it, but
Yes.
now we're really benefiting from that work. They did a great job on it. Ann Carpenter and Emily Milan sat down together to bring us an update, so let's take a look at that right now.
Hello, Harwich, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Emily Milan, and I'm Assistant Director at Brooks Free Library. And my coworker and Youth Services Librarian Ann Carpenter and I braved the cold to come in this morning and tell you a little bit about some upcoming programs at the library. So I wanted to start off with a really exciting program that kicks off this Friday, January the 18th. And it's the first of the meetings of our craft club. So this Friday we'll be joining together to use our shower fizzy and bath bomb kits that the library circulates to make shower fizzies. Registration is required, and we ask that you either call the library at 508-430-7562 to register for that program, or you can register online through our event calendar by locating that event on the calendar, and you'll see a registration button right underneath the description of the event, and you can click on that, fill out your information, put in your information really quickly, and it will add you to the registration for that program. So this is a new program that will be meeting once a month this winter to do different craft activities, and it is open to all ages. It's Friday afternoon at 1:30, and it starts this Friday, the 18th. And then on Saturday, we have some really fun stuff planned as well, right, Ann?
We do. We've really been looking forward to running this program for middle school and high school students. It's an escape room. Many of us are already familiar with the phenomenon that's been going around the nation, where you get put into a small room with a bunch of different puzzles, and you have to figure out, based on the puzzles, how to unlock things or figure out a code in order to let you out of the room. Now, obviously, we're not going to actually lock anyone into the room. So for those of you with claustrophobia, don't worry. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and if you know a middle school or high school student who loves puzzles or loves interacting and working together as a team, then that will be a great opportunity, and that is going to be happening this Saturday, the 19th. We're running a program for the middle school students at 1 o'clock, and then we'll be running another program for high school students at 2 o'clock. Just as Emily was discussing with registering for the craft program, we are asking people to register for this program by going to our event calendar, which can be found at our website, brooksfreelibrary.org. And then once you find the event that you would like, there's a little button that says register. You just click on that. You can also email me at acarpenter@clamsnet.org in order to sign up for that. And we're really looking forward to it. And again, it is for middle and high school students, and you need to register ahead of time. And then we have some more adult programs going on in January.
We have some ongoing programs we wanted to talk about. So these are some special events that are planned for later this week, but we have our ongoing programs like the movie matinees, which take place every Thursday at 1 o'clock. This Thursday, the 17th, we're going to be showing The Theory of Everything. Next Thursday, the 24th, is The Post. And the final January movie will take place on the 31st, and will be featuring Dunkirk. So this month's theme was Golden Globe winners or nominees. Next month's theme for February are Oscar nominees. We're actually asking everyone to vote. So if you're stopping by the library to pick up items, or you come in to use the computers, if you swing by the circulation desk, you'll notice near our hold shelf, between the hold shelf and the self-checkout, is a big board with a list of 6 different movies, and you can vote for the movies that will show in February. So we would love for you to participate in that. And again, that features Oscar nominees and Oscar winners. So take a look at that. We also have Device Advice, which is happening every Saturday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's upstairs on the 2nd floor at the reference desk. And Emily Carta, our staff librarian, will be on hand to help you answer any questions or give you some advice about your different devices, such as cell phones, computers, tablets, that sort of thing. If you have a new device that you got for Christmas and you just have some general questions about it, bring it in if you can, and you can ask Emily, you know, how do I get Siri to tell me what the weather is going to be today, and all those sorts of things that these cool technology can provide for us today. We also wanted to just highlight a couple of events that are run by our friends. The Friends of Brooks Free Library does so much for the library on a daily basis. They run our book sale room, so they take all those fabulous donations that the community brings in, and they put them up for sale in the book sale room. The money from that book sale goes towards Ann's children's programs in the summer, the wonderful program of events that the Friends offer on the first Sunday of every month, as well as, you know, adding to our materials budget and some other things at the library. So that book sale takes place Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 1 to 4, Thursday from 10 to 12, Friday from 10:30 to 12:30, and Saturday from 10 to 12. So I know I just ran through that pretty quickly, but you can take a look on our website or our event calendar for those times again. I also wanted to mention that the first Sunday in February is February the 3rd, and the Friends are going to be hosting Neptune's Car. They're a nationally touring acoustic duo that plays primarily contemporary folk music. So they'll be at the library Sunday, February the 3rd at 2 in the afternoon, and the Friends also provide refreshments. So we hope that you'll stop in for one of the programs that we've mentioned today or more. If you have any questions, you can visit our website, brooksfreelibrary.org, or give us a call. We'll be happy to answer your questions. Take care.
You know, not only are they knowledgeable in the printed matter, but device advice is so great.
I
mean,
know. They are multi-talented people at our library, and as I often say, we're very lucky to have them at our Brooks Library.
Yeah, what a great team there, that's for sure. Eileen, what do you have there?
Oh, I have lots.
Oh,
But I'm going to start with one of my favorite subjects. Cape Cod Theater Company, home of the Harwich Junior Theater, are holding an open house for their winter classes. The open house is on Saturday, January 19th, from 10 in the morning till noon at the theater itself. For youth, the choice of classes will be creative movement, story explorers, acting and improv, creative drama for homeschool, Creative Drama 1, Creative Drama 2, some of these sound familiar, Broadway Kids, songwriting, teen acting, and technical theater. For adults, they are offering comedy improv, Dream Tale Theater, and something called Dream Incubation, weekend retreat with Dr. Ed Tick. They also are planning a Comedy Central February vacation week and a wickedly awesome April vacation week. So if you are interested in any or all of these classes, you can call 508-432-2002. Space is limited, so you can also call 508-432-2002, extension 17, and that will take you right to signing up for the classes. All right, so open house, Cape Cod Theater Company, home of the Harwich Junior Theater, Saturday, January 19th from 10 to noontime.
yeah, excuse me, lots of things going on there, and you know,
Yes,
some
the
very good-
classes are
I was
wonderful.
just going to say the classes are wonderful.
Yeah.
They really are. And speaking of some interesting things to do and learning opportunity, the Cape Cod Cooperative Extension is having a backyard horticulture 2019. This is, I believe, an 8-week class, so it's quite an intensive class. And it is going to be titled Helping Others Learn to Grow. In the spirit of this motto, the Backyard Horticulture is a multi-week educational program on all topics relating to gardening. And what a great time to do it, you know, just before, you know, the gardening season would begin, because the class runs from January 28th to April 1st.
Oh,
And they do build in 1 week for a snow day if that is needed. Hopefully, we won't need that, but you just never know.
Isn't looking like we might.
And there's no class on February 18th. But other than that, it's 8 weeks. The program fee is $75, and advanced mail-in registration is necessary. If you need more information, you can go online to www.capecodextension.org/AGHORT, or you can call at 508-375-6638. That's 508-375-6638. And so that's that's a good opportunity if
Yes,
you want
it
to learn
is.
a lot about gardening. So that's one. You have something else?
Oh, yes, I certainly do. The Harwich Community Blood Drive is happening right here at the Harwich Community Center, 100 Oak Street, on Tuesday, January 22nd, from 1 in the afternoon until 6 p.m. If you would like to help out, please call 1-800-RED-CROSS, which is 1-800-733-2767, or you can also visit their online redcrossblood.org, O-R-G, and enter HW Community to schedule an appointment. If I were you, I'd call 1-800-733-2767, but that's just me. You can get a $5 Dunkin' gift card by email when you come to give blood at this drive. So give more life, donate blood, and here's a picture of a young woman named Michelle, who is an Olympic speed skater, and she is a very grateful blood recipient, so she's one of many, many that you would be helping.
Very good. Well, thank you. And you know, the blood drives, usually blood given here stays here.
I think so. It doesn't
Yeah,
say that on this
on this
particular
one, well, yeah.
poster, but
But whenever or whatever, it's very important, and please consider that. And Dinah sat down with Emily Mitchell, our Council on Aging head person there, and brought us up to date. So let's see what's going on with the Council on Aging with Emily and Dinah.
Hello, I'm here with Emily Mitchell of the COA, the director, and she is here to talk a little bit about the new January-February newsletter. Right, you have a lot of information, and in that newsletter, you're not going to talk about all of it, but you have a few things you want to point out.
Yes, thank you, Dinah. I appreciate that. So yes, this newsletter did just go out, so hopefully a lot of you are receiving it. And if not, give us a buzz over here at the COA, and we'll make sure you get on that mailing list. It really is a great way for us to share information with you about the programs and resources we have to offer. The first thing I wanted to highlight here, in collaboration with police and fire, we put an emergency resource form in the newsletter. It's on page 10. It asks some basic information about your name, contact information, address, about emergency contact information, and then we're looking to encourage folks to start planning. It is that time of year for weather emergencies and other emergencies that may arise as well. So basic questions of, are you able to make a plan on your own or with family and friends in the event of emergency? Can you provide transportation or coordinate your own transportation? Whether folks in the home are oxygen dependent, whether you have access to a generator. So those kinds of questions.
Lots of relevant questions to, if you need help, to know exactly what kinds of help you might be requiring.
Exactly. So part of it is for us to get the information and to share again with public safety, and then also as just a catalyst to say, now that I'm looking at this, I know I need to be planning because these things
Yes.
where we live do happen with great regularity.
It's a good reminder, yes, that we never know what the weather is going to bring in particular, or life in general.
Exactly, especially around here, we know it can change
That's right.
in a minute.
That's right.
Yes.
So is it possible to download this off of the internet as well, in case people do have that capability?
It is. So this newsletter is on the Council on Aging website. So even if you don't receive it in the mail, you'd have to go to the whole newsletter. So it's not just a form link, but if you click on that January-February 2019 newsletter, it's in there on page 10.
Okay, great. And then would they print that off and send it in, or is there a way to fill it out online?
There is not a way to fill it out online. Thank
Okay.
you for clarifying that.
Yeah, that's
so
always good to know before you start trying to
Right.
type in, right?
that can be frustrating for sure. Yeah, so you would print it out. and mail it here to the COA, and it goes to me. And the information is kept securely. It's kept in a lock file. So if that was a concern.
Yeah, so privacy is well protected.
Absolutely.
Okay,
So yes, we are encouraging folks to get that in there.
sounds very good. Okay, and then you have some other fun things. I know you have one fun thing planned.
We do. I'll go to the fun thing. We have a dance coming up in February. It's called the Midwinter Blast. I can't take credit for naming it. I'm not that creative. But we have the Sound Dune Swing Ensemble playing, and the head, Jim Stamboni, he's the one who came up with the name. But it's going to be Friday, February 15th. It's going to be here at the community center in our big multi-purpose room. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. So we'll have the music, we'll have refreshments, there'll be dancing, and we are providing transportation as well if that's needed.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
And do people need to register for that? They have to call because it gets filled up, does it not?
It does
Pretty
fill
popular?
up. So we are capping it at about 80 people, and it does fill up. We've had some similar events in the past that are very well attended. So we are asking folks to RSVP no later than the 13th of February, so 2 days beforehand. They just give us a call, and when you call, let us know if you need a ride.
Great.
Yes.
Okay, well, that is great.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you had something else you wanted to highlight?
So we are also, it is tax season, so we're back to
yes.
less fun. But unfortunately, this one comes around every year as well.
Yes, yes.
I know it can be an overwhelming process and a complicated process. We're very lucky to have volunteers who are certified through AARP. They get state certified every year, and they can help you prepare your tax returns. So
And particularly with the tax changes, I think, that came this year,
exactly.
I know that they have to be prepared for that too, and they get special training in all of the new particulars about the tax code and so forth. right?
Exactly.
Yep.
Yes, they do.
That could be very helpful.
Most
Yep.
certainly. So so you call us still here at the Harwich COA to make an appointment. The appointments are going on Mondays and Wednesdays from February 6th through April 17th. So there's even a little window after the end of the due date for your taxes if you're in that last little batch
If
of
you're
folks.
scrambling at the end.
Exactly. So that they're 2-hour appointments, and you call or come in here. You do have to come in before your appointment and pick up a checklist and a kind of an intake booklet that you'll have to have filled out before you go over to your appointment.
So you can be prepared and have all
Exactly.
the information you need.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the appointments are at the Chatham Community Center. So they're not here, you register here, but the appointments are there. And we are offering rides for those, for Harwich residents as well. So only for the 8:30 appointments, so 8:30 in the morning appointments on both Mondays and Wednesdays. So if you know you need a ride over there, give us a call soon. Those appointments especially are filling up, and we can have our van take you over to
Okay,
the
and that
Chatham.
begins February 6th?
It does.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, great, good.
Yes.
All very helpful.
Yes, so that's some of what we have going on.
Just a little snippet,
Exactly.
a few of the many, many things that you always are working on here, so
Yeah.
it's great.
It is great.
Okay, well, thanks so much, Emily, for coming in.
Thank you, Dinah. I
Appreciate your
appreciate
coming
it.
and filling us all in.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
And thanks to Dinah and Emily for bringing us up to date. And
Yes.
Emily, of course, assuming her role now as the director of the
I
COA.
know, and
She's doing,
she slipped right into that role beautifully.
Yeah.
She really has. She's doing a great job, I
yeah, she
hear.
really is.
Yeah.
She's doing a great job. You know, here is a hobby that sort of transcends all ages, and that's model trains. I know I had them as a kid. I don't have them now. My son had them. He still does, but they're packed in our cellar, unfortunately. But
Hopefully his son will get them someday.
yeah, hopefully. But there are a lot of folks down here that are really serious about their model trains, and the Cape and Islands Model Railroad Association is a very active group, and they have an open house every year. And this year, it's coming right up too. There are several. January 19th, which that's right around the corner.
Yes, it is.
February 23rd, March 23rd, and April 27th. Admission and parking is free. It's on a Saturday. It's 11 a.m. And they do appreciate donations because keeping these railroads running is not easy. It's really, you're dedicated to doing it, keeping these little engines going and the tracks and everything else. And new members are welcome. They use huge O scale, which is the Lionel type train, HO and N scale layouts. They'll have switching demonstrations and a white elephant table. So it's really quite a thing. We've been there in the past, and it's quite amazing.
We have.
And now it's located at Centerline Hobbies at 167 Corporation Road in Hyannis. For more information, you can call 508-771-1244. That's 508-771-1244. So some fun with the Cape and Island Model Railroad Association.
Very good.
Yeah, I think that's sort of a fun thing to do. Now, we have a Cape Cod Theater Company update. You originally talked about something that's going on there, and now Dinah sat down with Nina and with Matt Kohler, I believe, and they are going to bring us up to date on what's going on over at the theater, and I guess there's quite a bit going on. Let's take a look.
Hello. I'm here with the people from the Harwich Junior Theater, Cape Cod Theater Company, home of the Harwich Junior Theater, correct?
Well, we dropped the home of, and now we're Cape Cod Theater Company, Harwich Junior
Okay,
Theater.
all right. All right.
So it's sort of a little, we don't have to
it's
type
a transition.
as much. Yes.
Yes, it's another transition. Okay, I think everyone knows who you are, though.
Well, thank
and
you.
This is Nina Schessler, who is the director, longtime director.
I'm going into my 23rd year as producing artistic director.
Congratulations.
So, thank you.
And this is Matt Kohler, who is the tech director, but I understand he does many, many other things, wears many hats at the theater.
Many, many, many hats, for
Yep.
sure.
And you are directing the upcoming show, Freaky Friday, is that right?
Yes, Freaky Friday the musical. Very, very exciting. It's my directorial debut here at the theater. So.
How exciting.
Yeah,
Wonderful. Well, I just want to say, I did attend the Madeline's Christmas that you did, and it was so wonderful.
Well,
And my grandchildren and all the other children in the audience clearly absolutely loved it. So I'm sure when my grandchildren come up again, we're going to want to see something in the summer.
Great. Well, in the summer, we're opening the season with the regional premiere of Matilda the Musical.
Yes.
So I hope you'll come to that.
Yes.
Roald Dahl.
Yep. I'm very familiar with it, actually. I took other grandchildren to see that in Broadway. So,
Yeah.
Yep. It's very fun. But tell us about Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday, we've got a really great cast. It's based on the two. There were two different movies, Freaky Friday, and they sort of took a little bit of story from both. And it's the story of a mother and daughter who don't really see eye to eye, and they end up magically switching bodies. So then they have to live out a day in each other's lives.
Yes. Yes.
They ultimately sort of learn a little bit about each other and learn to love one another for who they are.
That would be a really fun acting challenge, wouldn't it, for those two?
Oh yeah, we're having a lot of fun in rehearsal
Yeah.
with movement and mannerisms.
Yeah, I'm sure, and really fun to direct. Yeah.
Oh, very, very fun, just
Great.
a little quirky.
So when is that show? Tell us the dates. It's
That opens February 15th, and it
yeah.
runs through March 17th.
So it's a whole month.
It's a whole month.
Great.
It's going to be Fridays at 7 and Saturdays and Sundays at 2 p.m.
And you have school showings as well, right?
Right, we have a school matinee March 6th and the 13th for teachers if they want to bring their students.
Oh, great.
It's a really wonderful show. It has a great theme because it's so important to learn how to accept one another
How
and
to
learn to live in
relate.
each other's
Yes.
shoes. So especially for a adolescent girl and her mom.
Yes, yeah. No, it does sound like really fun and also important. So
And what's the age range for the cast? It's-
The cast, our youngest, I believe, is 12, and our oldest is,
You
What's
wouldn't
up
say.
there? I wouldn't say.
Right.
I wouldn't say.
Probably
adult.
in their 50s,
full
maybe.
adult.
50s,
Uh-huh,
60s, yeah.
uh-huh.
Oh,
So it's multi-generational, which is what we pride our theater in,
Right.
is having
Yes.
the cast be age appropriate, you know, so children play children's roles, teens or teenagers, and adult play
think,
adult roles.
yeah,
And
that's
to me,
wonderful.
it creates a much fuller effect for the audience.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's really fun to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a great learning experience too for the younger kids because they get to work with the adults who have done this for a long
of course,
time.
of course. All the mentoring that goes
Right.
Oh,
on.
yeah.
And usually the adults learn a lot from the kids
I think
too.
that's true.
And it keeps them
True.
young, and it
Yes. Well, children are so spontaneous.
and they also learn their lines really quickly. Like most of the kids know every line
know.
in the show. So if
I
we
know, they
if we
memorize the
run
whole thing.
into trouble, you know,
They can be the
all-
cueing.
Yeah, they can. They're amazing. It's really and there's spontaneity, and you know, it's really impressive. So.
Well, it's a very joyful theater, and
Thank you.
I love the material you do. So what else is coming up? I know you have a roster of classes.
Right, we have an open house this Saturday for classes, and we have great classes. You know, we have our usual classes, creative drama, Broadway kids, but we're also doing a February camp, which this year it's Wicked. We have Comedy Central. It's a comedy week, and then for April vacation we're basing it on the musical Wicked, and it's called Wicked Awesome April Vacation Week. We also have a songwriting workshop and classes for homeschoolers and story explorers for pre-K through kindergarten on Wednesday mornings. So there's
I see. So
there's
that
a
goes
whole-
on through the spring?
all through the spring. Yes.
Okay, okay.
And also in January, we have Jamuary, which is a musical concert on the 25th. And it's a free will donation, and we have Out Late with Diana DeGioia, Heyday with Kathleen Healy, her band. We have Jed and Dana performing. They're a duet, sort of. They remind me of Sonny and Cher, but they're fantastic, and Jay Hagenbuckle. So it'll be an evening of great original music at the theater, and everybody's invited.
And what is the date again?
It's January 25th, Friday evening, and it's to benefit our scholarship programs because, you know, at the theater we never turn away a child who wants to learn the dramatic arts because of the inability to pay. So we really feel it's important to offer our classes to everyone, and
So you'll be raising money.
raising
For
money
tuition and
for
so forth.
tuitions for that.
Yeah,
And you know, we also have some funding from the Art of Charity and from Seaside Le Mans for our education programs. So it's really
So people should call for tickets for that? Is that right?
they can just come to the door, come to the theater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
they don't
And that's
need
not,
tickets.
not so
'cause-
very far away, January 25th.
No, it isn't. It's
Yeah.
like a week
coming up
from
next
this
Friday,
week.
yeah.
I know.
Uh-huh.
And then we have, I just finished casting Tuck Everlasting, which I'm directing. That opens on March 29th and goes through April. And then we're doing Pippin for our May-June musical,
Wow.
and then Matilda.
Have you
for
ever
opening
done
our
Pippin
summer.
before?
No, we haven't. Not to my, I don't, not, if we did, it was before my time. I don't think we've ever done it. But we have a great director, Jim Byrne, who directs a lot of and designs many of our shows. And Terry Norjo, who's a Broadway dancer, choreographer. She'll do the choreography. And Bob Wilder, the musical director. So, you know, it's, and they seem to have a great cast as well.
I'm sure it will. Yeah. Well, that's terrific.
And
So, yeah,
we're now in our 68th season.
that is hard to believe, although it was certainly around when I was a child, so I believe it.
Yeah, it goes by
And-
quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
But it's
you
been
know-
such a staple of the Cape for so long, so many people.
Yeah, well, we have
appreciate
a
it so
wonderful
much. Yeah.
community, and we
Yes.
certainly
Yeah.
appreciate all the members and the support of the community. I mean, Betty Bope was a visionary theater artist. You know, she was the Dean of Drama Education at Wheelock
Right.
College, and you know, she had the idea. She started in the old Exchange building, and I guess it was 1951, which was a year before I was born. So it's pretty amazing, and it's incredible to see the success of our alumni. I mean, last weekend I went to New York, and Tammy, our director of education, who does a phenomenal job putting together our classes and our outreach programs to the schools. We saw Hamilton, and we saw Network, and it just so happened that two of our alum, Ryan Rudowitz, is in company management for Hamilton, and Erin Mahoney is in company management for Network with Brian Cranston, so we got to hang out with them. We saw Ethan Polini, a Harwich alum, who's now the artistic director of Weathervane Theater in New Hampshire. And he also is the associate artistic director at Out of the Box Theatrics in New York. So it's really impressive to see, you know,
You can teach
over the
lifelong
years,
skills.
you know, where they go with their skills.
And even ones who don't go into theater gain so much from the confidence, I think, of performing and working as a team, and all of those things are so important. Such great values that they learn.
Yeah, we have people in education and government, law, social work, psychiatry. I mean, the list goes on and on.
It is a broad array of things that people can do with a little bit of theater experience.
Right.
So
It teaches life skills.
it does, absolutely. It does. So come on down and learn some life skills yourself at the Harwich Junior, the Cape Cod Theater Company, Harwich Junior Theater.
Right. Well, the Cape Cod Theater Company, we wanted to come up early on the internet. You know, people, tourists, Google Cape Cod Theater.
Yes, and there
they don't
you
have to
are.
scroll to the third page to
There
get to
you
us.
are.
So
Well, that
it's
was
sort
very
of a
clever.
marketing
Very good
ploy.
marketing, yes.
But also, I think one of the reasons our board decided it would help grow our audiences with, especially people moving to the Cape. When they saw the Junior, they thought it was
Just for children.
just kids performing,
of course.
and we didn't get the generational message across the way we really needed to grow our audiences. So, you know, that was sort of a compromise. But we don't want to lose the Harwich Junior Theater
No, certainly not.
legacy.
That's right.
So.
That's right. And you haven't. And it's
Thank
wonderful that
you.
you're keeping it all together and continuing with the wonderful work that you do. So.
Well, the world has changed with social media. You know, it really
has.
has become more complex, you know, in many ways.
Yes, yes, I suppose it has. Yep.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming in, Nina.
Thank you.
And Matt, it's very nice to meet you. And I look forward to your next productions.
Well, thank
Freaky
you.
Friday coming up in just about a month.
Yep. Thank you,
Yep.
Dinah. And our open house is this Saturday, 10 to 12. Everybody's welcome.
That's right, and that's for the classes.
Yep. Explore the theater, meet the teachers, have a snack, and
Okay.
it's a fun morning.
And then the musical event on the 25th.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, certainly a lot of things coming up at the Cape Cod Theater Company, home of the Harwich Junior Theater. And I'm glad Nina brought that out at the end of the interview, that they really don't want to lose that legacy.
I was just going to say the same thing, and there is no worry about that.
No.
Judging from our own children who were there 20, 30 years ago now, and they are still in touch with all of their friends through Facebook, Instagram.
That's
And
true.
when they visit the different cities that each other live in, they visit each other, and it's just amazing. They follow each other. And they're great friends.
I couldn't believe she said the theater is 68 years old.
I couldn't either.
It's just amazing.
Yes.
And speaking of artists, you've got something there, Eileen.
Yes, I do. Nice segue, Jack. The Harwich Cultural Center is holding an open artist studios, which is like an open house, on Saturday, February 9th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's going to be at the Harwich Cultural Center, obviously, if you're going to visit their studios. And it's at 204 Sisson Road, Harwich, Mass. So you can find out more at 774-212-3482 or go online at culturalcenter@townofharwich.us. I see I have
You
a
lost your
microphone. Yes,
mic.
I see that. At least I have the clip.
You retained the clip.
Microphone list, but I retained the clip,
Yeah,
yes.
oh my
Should I
goodness.
repeat that? Is there a need? No,
No,
okay.
no need.
All right,
Okay,
very
thank you.
good.
Yeah, they could pick up some from mine.
Yes,
So,
yes.
that happened just the other day on Channel 4, so
Yes,
don't
it
feel
did.
so bad. You know, even
Yes.
the big leaguers, that happens
Oh,
too. So.
absolutely. It was Harvey Leonard, I think. And
And
they
it
said it
was
was the
Harvey.
most seamless.
And they
He just
showed him
kept
putting
talking,
on his thing
changing
and
yes,
oh my
his
goodness.
microphones.
Very
Thank you,
good.
Jack. Thank you for giving me my microphone.
Oh my goodness. Well, as always, the Harwich Conservation Trust has some very interesting things going on. And there's one coming up very soon on Saturday, January 26th at 2 p.m. And it's called Living with Your Wild Neighbors. And this presentation is by Stephanie Ellis, and she's the Executive Director of Wild Care, Inc. And, you know, many times you might have a bird that strikes your picture window, or there's a little baby squirrel on your doorstep. You know, sometimes our wild neighbors need a healing hand from Wild Care, and that's just what they do. They serve as a nonprofit wildlife hospital located in Eastham, dedicated to the rescue and release of wild animals. So the suggested donation for this talk is $5 per person. And again, you can learn something about our wild neighbors, and this time of year it's tough for some of them to survive, especially with the upcoming very cold weather coming up. And
Yes,
and
that's
you know,
true.
this is a great organization, and again, this is a great presentation on Saturday, January 26th at 2 p.m. And let me see, that's right here. I think that's happening right here. Am I right with that? Yes, it's happening right at the community center. So great spot and a great talk.
Yes. And we've noticed that all the little squirrels and chipmunks have been having races around our backyard lately.
I don't think I've ever seen so many squirrels and chipmunks. I mean, they're all trying to gather enough food to get through.
And gather on the roof of one of our sheds to get some sun.
Yes, they do.
They sunbathe.
They do that. And let's see, do you have anything else there, Eileen?
No, I really don't. I'm all
don't have
set.
anything? Well,
no,
I guess
I have
that's
nothing
it.
else to say, Jack.
Nothing else to say? Well, I guess that's it, folks.
I'm wordless and speechless.
Thank you so much for joining us this week, and we hope that you enjoy everything.
Yes, and please take advantage of all of the really fabulous things going on around town in the middle of winter.
That's right.
Amazing.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye
Bye-bye.
for now.